Yo, check it. Hey, yo, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, the meme stocks. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Also, we're going to be looking at stocks and cryptocurrency as well, the overall stock and crypto market. We're going to be looking at technicals, levels, possible setups, and much, much more in this video, so you do not want to miss a second of this update. But without wasting any more of your precious time, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go. All right, guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. This video is going to be a little bit more sweet and to the point. I just want to give you guys a quick little update because I know some people are worried about the meme stocks, and then I also wanted to talk about what we've seen in the overall stock market as well. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, showing y'all exactly what we have going on for the day. I'm going to start off here with cryptocurrency real quick. Bitcoin pulling back with the overall market. As you guys can see, Bitcoin pulling back. You really want to see Bitcoin get back above that 69.2K region. I am expecting Bitcoin to hold 65.6K as support in my personal opinion. Ethereum holding that 3.8K level is very, very bullish. Ethereum not moving back to the downside is very, very bullish. You guys can see Ethereum had a great week here, getting a blast off to the upside with that news of the Ethereum spot ETF breaking out of this falling wedge. And Ethereum is right now doing better than BTC, possibly even taking away some of that Bitcoin dominance, which could lead to an altcoin type season starting because of that Bitcoin dominance coming down. We want to watch this very, very closely, as Ethereum is right now doing better than Bitcoin when it comes to gains and staying high in these overall conditions. So we are going to be looking at that very, very closely. Ethereum turning into an absolute monster. I'm still very, very bullish on BTC and Ethereum, and I think the cryptocurrency market is setting up for a move in my personal opinion. Overall, altcoins, you guys can see, are pretty much green for the week, so it's looking good. And again, Bitcoin and Ethereum also having green weeks, but Ethereum having a little bit bigger of a green week, as it did have that blast off to the upside, up about 21% right now for this week. So we want to be watching this very, very closely. Buy signal on the weekly time frame for Ethereum is very, very bullish, and we still have a buy signal for the weekly time frame on Bitcoin as well, which is extremely bullish. And then we also have that green monthly MACD for both of these assets, which is extremely bullish, with buy signals as well. So I am bullish on the overall outlook of the crypto bull run still staying intact in my personal opinion. So that's what I'm looking at for the overall cryptocurrency market. As far as stocks are concerned, SPY having a major pullback and NASDAQ having a major pullback. NASDAQ came back up and retested this rising wedge as resistance, and then got knocked back to the downside, filling some of these gaps that NASDAQ had made when it pumped to the upside when NVIDIA got its pump. If you don't know what happened, NVIDIA beat earnings and then got a nice pump to the upside, pushing NASDAQ up, but then we got rejected and pulled back. You guys can see that SPY also had a pump to the upside, but absolutely bled to the downside. And this is something very, very interesting for SPY. You guys can see that we're back inside of this bear flag. What we really want to see right now for SPY is if it can break back above this bear flag tomorrow or Monday. The bear flag sitting at about 527, 527.50. So if SPY breaks above that level, it's probably going to continue to the upside. But if it cannot break above this level and uses it as resistance, you're going to see a decent move to the downside for SPY. If it can get above that level, then you'll probably see a decent pop back to the upside. But right now, with all of this bearish momentum that we're seeing, you guys can see, if we go ahead and pop on the alligator, you guys can see the alligator has plenty of room to the downside here on the 1 hour time frame, as it's spread very far apart, showing that there's a lot of momentum even on the 2 hour time frame, and then 4 hour time frame starting to flip bearish. And then if we go ahead and show you what's happening here on the super trend, you guys can see 2 hour sell signal and a 4-hour sell signal with MACDs being red, showing that there is a lot of bullish momentum. We talked about this bearish divergence here in the overall stream. You guys can see RSI clearly trending down while price was trending up, and this led into a steeper correction. I told everybody here this morning that that bearish divergence is nothing to play with, and you guys can see it did play out, leaving a very steep correction. And if SPY cannot get back above that 527, 527.50 level, level, you are going to be seeing a move to the downside, in my personal opinion, since we are back inside of this bear flag. This bear flag is back in play. We had this false break to the downside back here. Then we broke above it using it as support. But now you guys can see that it's back in play because we're back inside of it. And if we can't get back above this yellow sloping resistance right here, support and resistance, then you're going to see a move to the downside. And if SPY ends up breaking down out of this bear flag, you're going to see a big drop down, probably filling a lot of these gaps, which have to get filled. Again, SPY came down and filled some of these gaps today, showing you that gaps get filled. Gaps are going to get filled, and SPY has multiple gaps to the downside, and NASDAQ has multiple gaps to the downside. Last time we broke down out of a rising wedge, you guys can see what happened here on NASDAQ. It had this big correction, and we are now breaking down out of a rising wedge again, and we have multiple gap fills to the downside. I'm not saying that SPY and NASDAQ are going to crash, but we are potentially set up for a decent pullback, so we're going to be watching that here on the channel. Also, another thing that is showing that the market might flip bearish is SQQQ. This moves inverse of tech stocks. It moves inverse of NASDAQ. You guys can see that it's in a massive falling wedge. We had this false break here, but now you can see that it's actually breaking out of that falling wedge. And if we zoom in, we tested this wedge as support. We broke out, we retested as support and got a pop to the upside. So SQQQ potentially moving to the upside as well. This moves up, market moves down. When this moves down, market moves up. Another sign is the dollar going up. Dollar going up, market comes down, and of course VIX moving up. So these are all signs that SPY might be entering some bearish territory, and that bearish momentum is building, and we could be seeing a pullback on SPY. I do think we're going to see a bounce tomorrow. The key is, are we going to break that 527.50, 527 level? I know we're going to probably bounce up to that level at least. The question is, are we going to break it? And it's probably going to happen between tomorrow and then, of course, Tuesday, because the market is closed on Monday. So remember, the market's closed Monday, so do remember that. So we have tomorrow's trading day, and then we have Tuesday, where we could probably retest this sloping support and resistance. So that's what I'm looking at for SPY. Let's go ahead into meme stocks, show you guys what's going on for the meme stocks, and then wrap up this video. So you can see that we're at 15.11% short interest for AMC. We're at 20.55% for GME. 450,000 shares available to borrow for GME. And as far as AMC is concerned, we do have 900,000 shares available to borrow for AMC. Cost to borrow coming down for both of these stocks. This isn't what we want to see. I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we do want to see these numbers come up, and that will help price and some of those shares available to short start to get obliterated because they won't be able to get as many. You guys can see 3.68% here for cost to borrow for GME, and then as far as AMC is concerned, we have 3.24%. This could change as early as tomorrow morning. I want to show you guys Stonko Tractor, because Stonko Tractor is very, very important for what we are looking at. So we want to be looking at that as well, because we could see a push to the upside if we get above $4.50, which we are right now for AMC. If we stay above this level by the end of today, you'll see 400 or 44,000 calls expiring in the money. If we can possibly get to $5, that would add 35,000 more calls. This is why they do not want AMC above $5, and they really don't want it above $4.50, but they definitely don't want it above $5. The key is for AMC holders tomorrow is remaining above that $4.50 level. Our main goal, though, is can we break $5? So we want to see $4.50 hold, but if we could break $5, that's great. $4.50 can give us a boost to the upside, especially if we open up tomorrow and maintain those levels, because they'll have to start hedging for those $4.50 calls. And if we get to $5, they would have to hedge for those. That would give us a pop to the upside. Now, as far as the MOASS roadmap is concerned, I really want to see us push up towards that 525, 550 level because of the structure of the overall pattern. But if we were not getting up to that level, this still could be a phase 2 type structure. As long as we remain elevated, we are still following the same exact pattern as the 2021 squeeze. We move to the upside, then we come down and we remain elevated. We kind of push up then we consolidate, and then we push up again. So that's what we're looking for, that overall general structure. We want to make sure that we remained elevated. Why? Because all the shorts down here that were shorting AMC so hard, they are going to be trapped, and they're trapped because they are deep in the red right now. They either have to cover their positions, which will help push the stock up, or somehow hope for a miracle and see if AMC will come back down. So then they could either, of course, what they're going to do, double down. They should cover, but that would help them not be in the red anymore. If AMC starts to go up, that could cause a short squeeze in this setup that we have. So as long as AMC doesn't come back down to that $2.50, $2 range, I am extremely bullish, and I do think we are going to see a possible pop to the upside. But I do want to see, to confirm the whole MOASS roadmap, I want to see at least $5.25, $5.50 getting up to those higher levels. We do have this overall structure right here where you have a pop to the upside and then you come back down. That could be what this is right here. You pop to the upside and come back down. So I am still interested in this and looking at these overall fractals, and I do think we are still tracking. In my personal opinion, if we stop tracking, I'll be the first to tell you. I will let everyone know on the live stream saying, hey, this doesn't look good, or this isn't what I like to see, or this is what I like to see. Make sure you tune in and subscribe. That way I can update you guys every single day, either via video or the live streams. I go live each and every day from market open to market close, and then I also try to do these videos for people that are at work, and then also people that want extra updates, and also they're a little bit more concise and clear than sometimes the live streams, and I can answer questions that people have. We also have these buy signals here, or buy walls for AMC down around this $4.50 level. So there's a lot of bullish structure there for AMC to remain above 450. So I don't think we're going to break 450, but if we do, we could see a move down to about 425, $4. So we want to keep that in mind. All right. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We want to stay higher than this 418 low. We want to push up. But if we lost that 450 level, that is the prices that we're looking at. Me personally, I think we're going to hold 450 and maybe even push towards that $5 level, especially since we closed the day above 450. We really want to see tomorrow, though. Do we open up above $4.50? Because if we do, that is very, very bullish. What you can expect tomorrow if we do open up above this $4.50 level is you'll probably see them, of course, get a lot of shares to try to short it. That's why they have that 900,000 right now. But I think AMC will come down, retest 450, and then bounce off of that level. But they're going to be trying hard tomorrow to break it underneath that $4.50 level, because they don't want those calls in the money, and they don't want it anywhere near $5 because it's going to be an even worse problem. $4.50 is going to give us a gamma hedge to push up, and then $5 would give us another ramp to the even higher levels, $4.50, maybe even $6. And again, that would be confirming the MOASS roadmap if we do push up to those highs. So again, AMC, we want to hold $4.50. I know some people are concerned about GME. I am not concerned about GME at all. You have to zoom out. Ladies and gentlemen, GME was just at $9.95 a few weeks ago. GME is still 83% off of the lows. Okay, I'm not worried about GME at all. It does have a gap fill to the downside here at 1750. I talked about this in yesterday's video. I said be aware of this gap fill. It looks like the gap's getting filled, and that would actually be bullish for GME to come down and fill this gap. It comes all the way down to 1750 and then move to the upside. Why? Because GME has multiple gap fills to the upside. You have a gap fill here at $23.77 all the way to about $27, and then we have this gap fill way up here at $71 to about $73. So if GME filled all the gaps to the downside, I would think it's bullish for it to only have gaps to the upside, in my personal opinion. Also, GME moved a little bit higher than AMC, so it's natural to have a little bit more pullbacks than AMC. But overall, GME is still holding these elevated levels, the same as AMC, and I am still very, very bullish on GME. It has high short interest and is a very, very good short squeeze candidate, and I believe the not the shareholders, but I believe the board, Ryan Cohen and the board of GME, are trying to position GME in a way that if GME did have a major rally, they could sell shares and make profit off of that. Also, I think they're trying to position themselves in a way that they can use the $1 billion cash that GME has to invest and even make more profit. So this company is looking good to me, in my personal opinion. AMC, there's a ton of movies coming out. Adam Aaron is saying 2025 is going to be a good time for the box office and for AMC, and I think these stocks are looking prime still, in my personal opinion. AMC, honestly, guys, looks really, really good. We are elevated, remaining above these elevated levels. As long as we don't come all the way back down to like $2.50, $2, I am extremely bullish, because all of the shorts that were shorting so hard down here are trapped, and this is how the short squeezes start. We've seen it before in 2021 when we ran up and remained elevated. You guys can see it here. Ran up, all of these shorts got trapped down here, ran up, remained elevated, and then had another short squeeze. And I believe this is something similar to what we're seeing right now, where you see that rounded cup formation, then you come down, but then you pull up, you consolidate and rally. And I believe that's what we're seeing right now, in my personal opinion. You push up, then you get a rounded cup formation, and then you stay elevated, and then we rally. And that's why I have this fractal here trying to explain all of that. You push up, you get that rounded cup formation. So maybe we're still in phase 2. Again, that's why I'm tracking all of this. You know, maybe all of this is phase 2. That's why I'm tracking all of this. That's why I said I'm not 100% confirmed on the MOASS roadmap as yet. And again, if we stop tracking, I'll let everybody know. But as long as we stay above these elevated levels, I am saying this is still tracking. And if we definitely see it start to push up like this and then come back down, consolidate, and then obviously if it takes off, we know it's correct. But if we see it have that level of consolidation where we kind of come up and stay elevated, we know for a fact that this is what's going on. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC and GME. Basically, we're trying to see if we can remain on those elevated levels. Again, maybe this whole thing is phase 2, this whole rounded pattern here. Maybe we're a little bit ahead and we're not actually in phase 4, but we are still remaining above those elevated levels. We still have very similar movements to the fractal of 2021, and I believe we are still tracking. I'm going to find the correct positioning for everything, and I'm going to let everybody know what's going on here on these videos and on the live stream. So make sure you tune in and subscribe to get updates about AMC and GME. I also cover SPY, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. So if you guys are interested in that, hit like and subscribe for that as well. But this is pretty much everything I have for you, short, sweet, and to the point. Again, we want to see AMC stay above the levels of $4.50 tomorrow. That's going to be a huge battle. And if we can get above $5, that is going to be a huge win. GME, we want to see get back above $20 because there's a ton of puts at $20. So all of these puts are going to be back in the money. I don't think they're going to really let it close under 20 on Friday, but we'll see because we have that gap fill to the downside. It might need to fill the gap and then pop back to the upside, coming down to 1750, then pop back to the upside. Remember, multiple gap fills to the upside once we fill that gap on the downside. So GME might need to come back down. GME has support at 1815. It has resistance at 1850 and 1883. So that's what I'm looking at for AMC and GME. AMC has resistance at $4.60 and $4.82. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC and GME, the meme stocks, the overall stock market, and overall crypto market. I appreciate it if you manage to watch to the end of this video to get all of the information. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. Alright, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. My Twitter and Instagram is linked down below. Follow me there as well. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you watch to the end of the video, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know that you watched to the end. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.